tuned into your number one online TV. We are called Ayit TV. We sound so bold and calm from Standard Chartered Building on Mbananuka Drive Street near Bam Petrol Station, right from the center of Mbarara City. The show is called 8 Sports and your show host is your common figure, Rioda Enda Mesut. We run this show every single weekday from Monday to Friday, 3 to 4 p.m. You can get us on our social media platforms. I in particular, I am at Rioda Enda Mesut on Facebook. I'm at Rioda N on Twitter. And then 8TV is on YouTube at 8TV. Kindly subscribe and turn on notifications so that every other single time we go live, you get our notifications to keep in tab with what we serve on your table as it regards the world of sports, entertainment, news, and everything that runs in the country, right from the LOC1 level to the international scenes. We are here for sports. It's a show day 4 of the week. It's a Thursday. We do this every single day from 3 to 4 p.m. If at all you miss out on us on live watch, we always share these videos on YouTube at 8TV and Facebook at 8TV so that you can always check in. Even when I've left here, you can still feed on the sports we do every single day. Today, we have lots of stories. I really have to start with this one here, that Jadon Sancho to Manchester United is a done deal. We are just waiting for Jadon Sancho to end his Euro 2020 campaign of this very season, where he is playing for Manchester for England. Then he will travel to Manchester to finish up everything. I think that's when we shall have an official announcement. So it's no longer gossip. The deal is done because he has actually been given jersey number 7, which is currently taken on by Uruguayan. Is it what they say? Edson Cavani. So Dela will have to be changes in t-shirts numbers. But for now, Jadon Sancho is a done deal. Big congratulations to Manchester United. I hope this turns out to be a unique signing. We expect so much from Jadon Sancho, just like how you also expect much from him. May we not get disappointed. Then elsewhere, Nuno Tavares is on board traveling to London to have his medical complete at Arsenal. Arsenal is not only interested in this guy, they're also targeting quite a number of names, one of them being Tokanga, whose deal is also coming to complete, as well as they have tabled a bid for Italian keyman Locatelli, and Sassuolo CEO has come out to confirm that Arsenal has tabled a bid. We will be giving you that and more in our sports bulletin today. And then elsewhere, we have stories to do with FIFA Big League. FIFA has come out to give out who has been relegated and who is set to feature in the next year's Uganda Premier League season that ended prematurely. And then away from that, we have stories to do with Euro 2020. We'll have to give it a special treat because it returns tomorrow. Quarterfinals return tomorrow. Tomorrow and Saturday we'll have quarterfinals. And then elsewhere, we have stories to do with KCCFC, who are targeting quite a number of players. One of the key positions they are taking concern of is the goalkeeping side. So they are intensifying their pursuit of Uganda Cranes goalkeeper. Then South Sudan, just like Uganda Cranes, Uganda in particular, they have also named a 23-player squad that will take up in Sekafa Under 23 challenge that will take place in Ethiopia starting 17th July. And 5 Ugandan-based players of South Sudan have had their names appear on the list. And then Uganda Cubs Tormenta Dhaka has finally joined Leicester City on a 5-year deal. We'll be bringing you that. When then we talk about the road of Express FC, the Red Eagles, towards clinching their 2020 2021 Uganda Premier League trophy, which is their 13th in their store. Then we will also talk about, actually, let's start off with FIFA Big League. It's official that the 2021 FIFA Big League will this time around consist of only 12 teams, not like 16 teams like it has always been before. So the 2021-22 Star Times FIFA Big League season this time around will include 12 teams. That means a reduction of the 16 teams that participated in this season's championship. This was area alone confirmed by FIFA on Wednesday afternoon through their social media platforms. All this is in the name of the 2020-21 season of FIFA regional leagues being cancelled before they start off due to coronavirus pandemic. So apparently no team has been promoted to Uganda's second tier league, which is the FIFA Big League. So consequently, FIFA has come out to confirm that teams like Mbare Heroes, Paida Black Angels, Chigez Homeboys, Telazo and Tiles have all been relegated to the regional league. I repeat, FIFA has come out to confirm that teams like Paida Black Angels, Mbare Heroes, Tiles and Telazo have all been relegated to regional league. Then furthermore, as of their Tuesday announcement, FIFA on Tuesday evening came out to confirm that they will be awaiting for the guidelines, for the guidance, by the way, or clearance from National Council of Sports, call it NCS, together with the Ministry of Health, on how they can bring back the sports activities in these hard times of coronavirus, on how it would be handled. Then Alua Hill and Tolo United these two have already secured their position to feature in the 2021-2022 Uganda Premier League season, because these were the table leaders from their respective groups of FIFA Big League, one of them being from the Elgon group and the other one from the Renzol group. Only that, only those two teams have secured their top flight promotion. Only one single slot is up for grabs for teams like Black Power, Gaddafi FC, Nyamitiovola FC, together with Proline FC, which are all in quotation on who will take up the third spot. So one spot is being contended for about 3 to 4 teams. Proline, Black Power, Nyamitiovola, and Gaddafi FC. So these will play-offs, call them promotional play-offs, to see who will be that third team to find Alua Hill together with Toro United in the forthcoming Uganda Premier League season of 2021-2022. Then away from that, we cross to Express FC, who have clinched their 13th title. On how they made it, because they had amassed about 58 points rather, from 26 games out of the 30 games that were supposed to be played to the end of season. So the season was cancelled prematurely with about 4 games to play. FIFA came out and cited some articles. I'm not a very good constitutional person, but there are specific articles and laws that hold on FIFA to cancel the league. So that means, rather, that was the seventh title. I repeat, this was Express's 7th title, not 15th. I beg a pardon in there. So Express were declared Uganda Premier League champions for their 7th time in history, after the FIFA Executive Committee took a decision to end the season following the suspension of sports activities in the country for the next 42 days. So they really had to do this to match up with the deadline for the deadline for registration of teams that will feature in the CAF Confederations Cup together with CAF Champions League, which is usually taken on by CAF Champions League that spot is left for the table leader or the winner of that very season trophy. So this time around it was Express FC. I think they last featured in was it 2012? That has been 2002. So they have not been into this for some good time. Then the runners-up, URAFC, Uganda Revenue Authority, will get back to the continent football, which they last participated in 2015. So they are back on board as the runners-up. So FIFA applied the Article 12 of the competition's rules to award the table leaders Express FC so that they mark up with registration deadlines for the CAF Confederations. So as I earlier said, they had corrected about 58 points in 26 games with only 4 games to play. But now we look into how Express FC was able to clinch their 7th title, which didn't come in so easily. One of the best reasons, we have to attach it to our Chidiowa Chiwanuka. When this money came in, this sounded like Red Eagles' journey to redemption, because when Chidiowa Chiwanuka took charge of the club from the hands of the youth minister, the former youth minister, Florence Nachwara Chiyinji, little that was thought of what could be done to get the club back to the old self. Then Chidiowa Chiwanuka came with a number of traits, one of them being character, then the connections, and then plus the precision. Those are the few terms that it described Chidiowa for his reign at one of the Uganda's oldest clubs. So his first year as a president, Chidiowa didn't find it so easily because Nachwara Chiyinji had taken on some good time in management. So there is a lot that had to be changed, and one of them that sounded like a challenge to his experience in institutional management. That was his first stepping stone to recovery. And again, what the club needed, I think, was sanity and calm to allow systems flow freely, unlike the predecessors' moments, which were full of negative publicity, then a lot of public talks. The Red Eagles had literally lost an image, so it was really, really ideological to present our players in their former club jerseys under Chidiowa Chiwanuka. Then again, we have another factor that could have helped Express FC to clinch their 7th title. I think one of them is financial boost, because just like how you need finances in daily life, the same applies to the club's management. Without finances, you've lost it, because as a country, we've always faced financial crisis. One of the recent one being that our ladies, the women basketball team, the Gazares, who came in to withdraw from the football competitions because they lacked finances. So this is a way different to Express FC, because when Chidiowa Chiwanuka came in, there was financial boost in there because they captured partnerships and sponsorships, by the way, from the Buganda Land Board, who had made the Betwe Mutesa 2 Stadium became a kind of a hail to the home side. Then they as well as acquired a sponsorship from Equity Bank, and then one of the biggest companies, called it Betway. This is the very betting company that supports the London-based club West Ham United. Then the MSL Logistics, then they got sponsorship from a cab company Special, and this meant that their financial status was at least boosted. Then again, they brought in Isaac Mwesugwa, who came in as the chief executive officer, and he had spent some quite good time at KCCFC, and he worked indirectly under the icon at KCCA one Mike Mutebi, together with Agria Shaba. That means he had gained at least reliable experience to manage football institution. Then again, Express FC was fueled up by the technical team, because they confirmed the acquisition of head coach Waswa Bossa to replace the club legend George Semogerere towards the end of 2019-2020 season. I think that boosted them up as well. Then again, they allowed Waswa Bossa to fish in his old boys that he had managed before. He was given that liberty to call on big names he had partnered with. You see, when you have worked with someone at some point, when you rejoin, when you link up one more time, it's easier to catch up from where you stopped, and everything sails so smooth. So this was Waswa Bossa because he fetched some good names with old boys whom he had worked with at different clubs. And then you do not have to underplay the qualities within Waswa Bossa in Ajwebwe being one of the best players scout and so instrumental, because he brought in names like John Byamukama, Arthur Chigundu, Ibrahim Kayua Cyprus, Martin Chiza, who came out to be the star performers that Bossa had shipped in. Then they also signed in the experienced defender Murshid Juko, and that was well portrayed by their dominance in the transfer market, because Murshid Juko has a club experience together with the national duty experience. So that totals up to quite a number of factors that helped Express FC to clinch their 7th title, then without leaving out the fact that Eric Kambare also played in like a man possessed. So that was so good for Express FC. Then away from that, Uganda Cubs tormentor, this is a guy that disabled Matia Rule side to go on playing for, to go on in the competition in the Uganda Cubs. That was in 2014, where he denied them a chance to play at the Youth AFCON tournament, whereby Dhaka scored for Zambia home and away. So that torment of Uganda Cubs, Awan Dhaka has finally joined Leicester City on a 5-year contract. Dhaka is an African with his citizenship lying in Zambia, so don't get it twisted. We didn't say this is a Ugandan-based personnel. So Zambian youngster Patson Dhaka has joined English Premier League Leicester on a 5-year deal. So he joins FA Cup winners from Ibrahim Sekaja's side. The Australian side call it Red Bull Salzburg. So Dhaka is from the safe hands of Ibrahim Sekaja, one Ugandan legend that coaches in the Australian side, Red Bull Salzburg. So Leicester came out on their different social media platforms to announce, by tweeting, writing on their website, saying that Leicester FC can confirm that the exciting young striker Patson Dhaka will join the club on a 5-year deal, subject to Premier League and international clearance. So Dhaka finally joins an English side. For starters, Dhaka eliminated Matia Rule coached Ugandan Cubs. That was in 2014, by denying them a chance to play at the Youth AFCON tournament by scoring home and away for Zambia. During his time at RB Salzburg, Dhaka has managed to appear in Salzburg jersey for 125 appearances, and he has managed to score at least 68 goals out of the 125 appearances. That is literally a goal after 2 games. That is, if my math is so correct. And then winning 4 league titles, and then last season he netted about 27 goals that won him the Golden Boot in Austria, whereby he also went ahead to be voted as the most valuable player of the Bundesliga. So good for Dhaka. So Dhaka came out and says he's so excited to join the historic club. He says he has always followed Leicester for quite a good time. At his age of 22, he is a full Zambian international with 22 appearances for the national duty and 7 goals attached to his name. Good luck to our very own at 22. 68 goals in 125 appearances for the club. 27 goals in 22 appearances for the country. At 22, the future sounds kind of brighter for the young boy. We wish him the best of luck. Then away from that, we cover the story of Bida and Lochi, who are among 5 Ugandan best players that have been summoned on the South Sudan national team to take up the challenge in Sekafa under 23. So Bida, Lochi had their names attached to South Sudan provisional squad. It's actually not provisional, but the final squad that will take up in Sekafa under 23. Ezra Bida was part of the Ugandan under 17 team that was in 2014. So South Sudan has finally revealed their preliminary squad for the forthcoming Sekafa under 23 championship that will take place down there in Ethiopia. That is starting from 17th July. Uganda yesterday on Tuesday, they boarded Qatar Airways, where the trip was funded by the Saudi Arabian Football Association, to first fly to Saudi Arabia, where they will play with the national team, the Falcons, for 2 friendlies that will be on 2nd and 5th of July 2021, before they return to Ethiopia to take up the challenge in the Sekafa under 23. So the same applies to South Sudan. They have summoned a team of about 31 players, and they will be under Simon James Yol or Yol, who was named as the new under 23 coach on Wednesday. So he's in a new seat. So it should be remembered that Yol was also in charge of the under 20 South Sudan team that won bronze in the Sekafa under 20 tournament that was held in Uganda in 2019. So he's not a very, very new name. So Yol's 31-man squad consists of at least 5 Ugandan players, and these players include some few players from Vipers, then without leaving Mbarara City's forward Marquez Wall. So names are Vipers right back, one Joseph Data Stephen, together with Mbarara City forward Marquez Wolakin, then Ezila Bida, Ivan Juan Marcelo, and then Saltil Bright Stars striker Emmanuel Lochi. So South Sudan Football Association, through their Twitter handle, they posted about 31 players from Amal FC, Maraika, Saltil Bright Stars, Mbarara City, Malakia FC in Juba, Gwendela FC in Juba, Amal Atarbala FC in Juba, and then some quite long list of 31 names of players that have been summoned for Sekafa under 23 challenge. You all have to remember that Ezra Bida is a former under 17 Ugandan player, having been at among clubs that competed in the AFCON under 17 qualifiers in 2014. The same team that was under the rule of Matia Lule, that had the likes of Shaban Muhammad, Frank Zaga Tumwesije, Alex Komakech, Pius Obuya, and among others. So Data Marquez and one have been regulars in South Sudan's squad. I don't remember any time they've left out Marquez Owol whenever he's fit. So we have to wish them the best. Then about Saltil Bright Stars striker Emmanuel Lochi is formerly from the Budo SS. He has spent some good time in Uganda, and then he had his debut season in Uganda Premier League with Saltil Bright Stars. Then former Busoga United left back Julius Debo is also among the squad, but he currently plays for Marakia FC that is in the South Sudan League. And then the under 23 tournament will kick off on 17th July, and this is due to some changes that were made. And then due to coronavirus pandemic, the South Sudan contingent was delayed in Qatar, where they had gone for a FIFA Arab Cup encounter against Oman, but the contingent later on left on Wednesday night, but without their 3 players whom they have not unveiled, that have been left in quarantine in Asia. So we just wish them the best of luck. May they recover so earlier, so that they feature in the under 23 challenge. Then stories about FIFA. I think we had area heard from that. The FIFA Big League. Last season we had about 16 clubs, but now FIFA has confirmed that the relegation of 4 teams, which will not be replaced since the regional leagues were not played. For starters, the National League is the Uganda Premier League. So when you get relegated from the Uganda Premier League, you come down to FIFA Big League. But then from FIFA Big League, there are still teams that get relegated. So when they get relegated, they go down to the regional league. So you either get from FIFA Big League, you get relegated to the regional league. And the reverse is true. From the regional league, you qualify to FIFA Big League, then you qualify to the Ugandan Premier League. But because of coronavirus pandemic, regional leagues didn't kick start off this very season. They were cancelled before they start. So that means we do not have new names from the regional league to come into the Uganda's second tier league, which is the FIFA Big League. So that means, unlike past times when we could have at least 16 teams in the FIFA Big League, this time around we'll have only 12. Why? Because the 4 have been relegated to the regional league, and then we do not have new entrants from the regional league to FIFA Big League. I hope you got that right. So teams that have been relegated from the FIFA Big League, we have teams like Chigez Homeboys. They have been relegated to the regional league. Mbale Heroes, Telazo and Tiles, together with Spider Black Angels. Mbare Heroes and Paida Black Angels, they had finished on bottom of the Elgon Cup, that is with 17 and 5 points respectively. Then Terrazzo and Tiles, the other side, finished on the bottom of the Renzol group with 10 points. So despite finishing 11 points, that is with Water FC and Deje University, Chigez Homeboys were relegated, cutters of goal difference, because they had lost their final game to Tolo, that is 1-0, which won them a direct promotion to the Uganda Premier League. So Tolo United, alongside Alua Hill Sports Club, they are the only teams that have booked their places in the Uganda Premier League, awaiting from teams like Proline, Nyamitiovola Gaddafi, Black Power, Black's Power, to also find their way to Uganda Premier League. That is if at all they take on the third throat through promotional playoffs. Then, away from that, we cross to Lugogo Stadium, to KCCFC, who have intensified their pursuit of signing Uganda Cranes goalkeeper. So KCCFC are working hard, tooth and nail, to secure a deal of former Chetume FC goalkeeper, that is Joel Mutakubwa. We understand that the 13-time Uganda Premier League champions are close to agreeing the deal with the short stopper. Once this deal happens, Mutakubwa is expected to sign a 3-year contract under employment at the Lugogo Best side. Then taking you back to last year, Mutakubwa was on Vipers Sports Club and Express FC Raiders, but now it looks like he is closer to have his way to Lugogo Stadium closing on making a move to Morebie Kwaso coach side. The goalkeeper apparently is a free agent after his expiration of his contract of employment at Chetumu FC. So Mutakuga finished the remainder of the just concluded season serving an indefinite club suspension. Then taking you back to 2019, he was named as the best goalkeeper. That is that at the Airtel FIFA Awards. He had that award attached to his name. So the former Tolo United player was also part of the Uganda Cranes Sekafa team that featured on the Sekafa Senior Challenge Cup. That was in 2019. And then, if this deal materializes, this means that Mutakuga now will compete for a starting place between him and the first choice goalkeeper at KCCFC, one Charles Lukwago. We keep the tabs open. Once this deal gets done, we promise to keep you informed. Right about now, allow me to go for the commercial break. When we return, we will give you a special treat of Euro 2020. It returns tomorrow. We have teams like Switzerland, teams like Belgium, England coming in. Actually, about Euro, giving you a small highlight before I go in for a commercial break. Did you know that from the start of the European Championship, that is in 1958, England as a national team has never won a Euro trophy? Did you know that? Did you know that Germany and Spain are the all-time winners of this trophy? They tally at 3. This means that Spain has an upper hand of making it 4 if they continue up to finals and reach this title, because Germany is already aside, so they have a chance of being an all-time record holder with 4 trophies. Did you know that Euro competition or Euro Championship competition is much older than you? It has been here for the last about 43 years, since 1958. How old are you? I guess my producer, yeah, I think he had not even thought that the sun lives. We're bringing you this together with what is transpiring in the transfer gossip. Jadon Sancho is a Manchester United player, given shirt number 7. Rafael Benitez joins Everton. Nuno Espirito, the former Wolves coach, is now the current coach, the newly appointed coach at Tottenham Hotspur, replacing a Portuguese international, the special one, Jose Felix Mourinho. I return from the commercial break with what is happening in transfer gossip and all the statistics of Euro 2020. Stay tuned.
Hello there, I'm Sankara Beruhanga from Empower Youth in Technology. The virus has brought the world to the knees. #RIP is now trending, and yet treating COVID-19 is much expensive. I thus appeal to you, let's respect SOPs and be keen to ourselves. We will surely celebrate more birthdays, many more years to come.
Other social gatherings are only allowed with a maximum of 20 people. Online prayers are encouraged.
EYIT TV enables your event to
to reach more numbers. To have your event live on Facebook, YouTube, Zoom, call us now 0705 909 760 or 0781 557 245. At Hit TV, we connect audiences for the best of your event.
Do you have Uganda at heart? How about buying products made in Uganda by Ugandans from a Ugandan online shop anywhere, anytime?
Introducing GuzaUG.com, a one-stop center for Uganda's locally made products. Buy Uganda, build Uganda.
I am Ugandan.
Hit Sports.
Yes, thank you very much. It is Sankara again.
Hit Sports.
James from behind, and J.R. Smith got the ball. What a block by LeBron.
Welcome from the commercial break. We are glad you're still tuned in to your number one online TV. Hit TV. From each one of us, we continue to encourage you to observe the SOPs. Put on your face mask, wash your hands regularly, stay away from overcrowded places, stay at home if you can. Only move if you cannot avoid it. Continue to sanitize regularly with a hand-based sanitizer or washing soap. Let's fight this battle together. Who knows? We will win, because we've seen countries which were badly hit by the pandemic. They are now super relieved. Maybe the only way they are better than us is they learned about it and adopted all the strategies to fight against it. We can also make it. Who doesn't want to go back to the old grey days? Now it hits hard being at home at 7. Hey, we miss the outings. We miss visiting our beloved ones. If you and I do not act, we stand a chance of perishing. Let's continue observing SOPs from each one of us at Hit TV. We continue to encourage you to follow the SOPs. Big shout outs to all my people that are watching in. We have Paulo Ampi, we have Andre Godwin, who is watching us from Kamwenje. We have Clovis Dimaiti. We have big names, big names. So with Euro 2020, we start off with apparently we have 8 teams that will feature in the quarterfinals. We have Switzerland and Spain. These return to action tomorrow at 7 p.m. We have Belgium and Italy. These two also return to action tomorrow at 10 p.m. They make the first 4 teams for the quarterfinals. Then on Saturday we have teams like Czech Republic will be taking on Denmark. that will be at 7 p.m. Then we have Ukraine that will be taking on England on Saturday at 10. So bringing you the statistics so far, starting off with top scorers, Cristiano Ronaldo has 5 goals in this campaign. Then the names like Emily Forsberg from Sweden, Karim Benzema of France, Patrick Schick of Czech Republic, they all tally at 4 goals. This means that only Patrick Schick now has an upper hand to match up with Cristiano Ronaldo's 5 goals, because his team Czech Republic is in the league. France went away, Sweden went away, Portugal went away. Portugal was beaten by Belgium, Sweden was beaten by Ukraine, France was eliminated by Switzerland, and then Czech Republic are here. Then Giorgio Wijnaldum, Haris Severovic of Switzerland, Robert Lewandowski, Romelu Lukaku. Actually, Romelu Lukaku is also still in the competition, and then Raheem Sterling. They are all at 3 goals, so they stand in a chance. We are waiting to see who will be crowned as the Golden Boot champion of this very season. Then talking about statistics, we have registered the biggest number of statistics being 4, of assists rather being 4. These came in from Steven Zubo of Switzerland, and then Pierre-Emile Højbjerg had 3. Alexander Isak of Sweden, that was eliminated by Ukraine in the dying minutes, has 2. Andriy Yamarenko of Ukraine has 2. David Araba, Dejan Krovetsky, Daniel Maren, Dani Orimo, Gareth Bale, Gellard Moreno, Jack Grealish, Kevin De Bruyne, Roland Salai, and Thomas Munia. They all stand at 2 assists. Talking about discipline, we have had the number of yellow cards being splashed out, and the most indisciplined, I hope this sounds relevant, goes to Benjamin Pavard of France, who has accumulated about 2 yellow cards. Soyuncu, the Leicester centre back who plays for Turkey, has also been booked twice. Dejan Lovren of Croatia, Grzegorz Kariowaik of Poland, Granit Xhaka. We expected this. Names like Matthias Ginter, they all have two yellow cards. Actually, they all have two red cards. Then, talking about red card, Ethan Pandu of Wales was booked with a red card, together with names like Kariowaiki. So that is a little bit that talks about the Euro 2020. Then the all-time champions of Euro 20, not Euro 2020, but Euro in particular, the all-time winners are German, together with Spain. They all tally at 3 trophies. So actually now Spain has an upper hand because it has made its way to quarterfinals. If that is it goes through and clinches this, it will be their 4th title, beating off Germany. Then Euro has lived here for quite good time, from the start of it in 1958. The debut winners were Soviet Union. Then 1964. Remember, Euro is played after 4 years. So the first one was of 1960. Then 1964, Spain. That was the second account of the Euro championship. Spain won it. Then followed by Italy. Then the defending champions, apparently they are France, a team that was eliminated by Switzerland on sport kicks, whereby one Kylian Mbappe missed out a sport kick. He missed out his penalty shootout to see them being eliminated. Actually, talking about Kylian Mbappe, there has been a crash that has transferred from the playground now to the families, because the family of Antonio Griezmann, the likes of Chimpembe, they all came out to confront the family of Kylian Mbappe, accusing their son of being arrogant and proud on the pitch. We thought it would stop on the ground. It has taken a further step. So it's a hit up in the French camp, together with families of the French players, one of them being Kylian Mbappe. Then away from that, 2016 they were champions. The defending champions are Portugal in 2016. Then France last won this competition in 2000. It has taken them about 11 years, actually 21 years, not seeing this yet again. And then Spain, they were winners of this trophy in 2012 and 2008. So in 2 consecutive runs, they were winners of the trophy. We are waiting to see who will be crowned the champion of Europe, if I say that right, in this very season. Then away from that, allow me cross to the transfers. Apparently, Jadon Sancho to Manchester United, it is sealed. It's a done deal. He will take on a 5-year contract deal at Manchester United. He has been given shirt number 7, formerly taken on by the Uruguayan international Edson Cavani. So he will have turned it over to Jadon Sancho. Big names have put on the same jersey. That is one of them being David Beckham at his time at Manchester United. So that is it. Then away from that, allow me wrap up this show with the transfers. As it stands right about now, Nuno Tavares is traveling to London. I think by the time we get done with this show, he will have landed in London to finalize his move to Arsenal FC. Arsenal is not only eyeing Nuno Tavares. We have deals like Lokanga. Then AS Roma still wants Granit Xhaka, though there are rumors that he could extend his contract at Arsenal. Talks are in there. Then there is verbal agreement between Arsenal and Emery Smith-Rowe regarding extending his stay at Arsenal. This comes in line after Aston Villa tabled their 2 bids, one of them weighing £25 million, another one weighing £30 million, to have the England international join their side. But all these 2 bids were turned down by Arsenal FC. From what we hear is that the verbal agreement has been reached. Then away from that, we cross to the latest that is happening in transfers. Apparently, Rafael Benitez has stepped in at Everton to replace the outgoing Carlo Ancelotti, who rejoined Real Madrid, the Spanish giant club. Rafael Benitez has returned to England. He has coached teams like Liverpool, where he had his long stay. So he has returned to the English chapter, that is at Everton. Then away from that, Nuno Espirito, the former Wolves coach, has joined Tottenham Hotspurs. And then Manchester City are planning on holding talks with the England forward Raheem Sterling to have the future of this 26-year-old English international on his contract with the Premier League champions. Now, with the deal of Borussia Dortmund winger Jadon Sancho to Manchester United having been agreed, West Ham midfielder Declan Rice, Villarreal's 24-year-old defender Paul Torres, and the striker, England striker, at the same time Tottenham Hotspur striker Harry Kane, who had earlier on expressed dissatisfaction with Tottenham Hotspurs on their failure to clinch titles, regardless of him fetching about 2 Premier League golden boots consecutively, are part of the wish list of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Then Manchester United, they are also interested in signing the German international Leon Goretzka, who is 26, and his contract is set to expire with the Bundesliga champions in 2022. Manchester United will face up with a competition with Liverpool on who accesses the 26-year-old. Then new Tottenham managing director Fabio Paratici has been told that he must pay at least £51.5 million for the 26-year-old Inter Milan defender Miran Skriniar this summer. PSG and French striker Kylian Mbappe, who is 22, has told people at the club that as it stands, he will not sign a contract. His current contract is left with a single year to go. Then Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich has remained confident that the blue side will take on the signing of the Norwegian international Erling Braut Haaland to the blue side. Then Benitez has crossed to Everton. Portugal under 21 left back Nuno Tavares will have his medical from Benfica at Arsenal. Arsenal has also made a bid for the 23-year-old midfielder Manuel Locatelli from the Italy side Sassuolo. Our esteemed viewers, that is all we had for you today in the world of sports. Always catch us every single day from 3 to 4 p.m. Get us through our various social media platforms at 8TV on Facebook, 8TV on Twitter, 8TV on Facebook. I remain Erioda N Mesut. You can catch me on Twitter. I'm at Erioda N, as well as on Facebook at Erioda N Mesut Sports. We do this again tomorrow.
Hello there, I'm Sankara Byaruhanga from Empower Youth in Technology. The virus has brought the world to the knees. Hashtag RIP is now trending, and yet treating COVID-19 is much expensive. I thus appeal to you, let's respect